Huh? Huh? What's this? Metal.
Westweird presents the long and short of it.
Next questions, where are the questions? Starting from there. I usually put them on separate pages, so you know. That's what happens when you let the PA do tasks that you normally do. It's not hard. Anyway.
Let's get to it, yeah.
We're still recording, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to The Long and Shot of It, a show where we drink things and talk about things. How are you?
I'm right, Sean. How are you? Welcome back to Water.
Yes, we're back at the Cats, phenomenal place, and it's a gift that keeps on giving. We are still in our amazing Jockey Wilson suite. Love this little room, and yeah, love being here.
So that's all the.
We need to address the duck in the room. Without knowing, we have both arrived wearing our duck attire. Today I am wearing my Psycho Stick Fear of the Duck t-shirt, which is a parody of the Iron Maiden Fear of the Dark. And what are you wearing today, Eva?
I am wearing my Drink Good Beer with Good Friends t-shirt, which is by Green Duck. So I got my Green Duck t-shirt on, so I would like to assure you that we did not send out emails saying can this episode's attire be duck related. It's just one of those little coincidences. So yeah.
Talking of coincidences, what are we drinking first, Eva?
We are drinking, Sean, Green Duck. We are drinking Green Duck Foam Party, and as we all know, there ain't no party like a Green Duck party. Ain't no party like a Green Duck party.
Show you how. Cheers.
Oh, yeah. I just got lost in the moment then, so I'll say about that.
Yeah.
Well, I know people that converted here, but you know, Green Duck, they're just good, aren't they? They're just good, and
I believe,
this is good.
based on the tally, Green Duck are the most sampled brewery on this show.
Oh, okay.
This would be our fourth outing with Green Duck. And yeah, they never fail, really. They're just a phenomenal brewery.
So do not let us down. And if you ever been to Stourbridge, up to that brewery little walking room, it's very nice. Little corner, it's just a bit like you find the Coronation Street. And then you've got the bar area, which is also find the Coronation Street. So yeah, Green Duck Brewery in Stourbridge, give them a little one if you're open. And if you have to go to Stourbridge Junction, look for George, the Stourbridge Junction King. It is amazing.
We'd like to say we're not sponsored by anybody. We'd love to be. Green Duck, we love you. Call us.
Yeah.
Right, icebreaker question.
What is your favourite duck?
The icebreaker question is actually a much worse question than what is your favourite duck.
Okay.
So, at what percentage does a chocolate become inedible to you? Percentage being the darkness factor.
Oh, right, okay, well, sure. I once read an article saying that the higher the cocoa content, the cocoa is actually good for you.
Yeah.
It's just everything else that goes in chocolate that's less good for you.
Absolutely.
But someone said the higher the cocoa percent, the better it is for you. They do say if you eat the dark chocolate, you know, sparingly, obviously they're gorging on it for hours on end. But if you do eat it bit by
In
bit,
moderation.
yeah, it is which is good for you.
Yeah, it improves your heart rate and your heart overall health, doesn't it?
I think that the strongest I've gone is 97%. Because like, you know, it's like more of a rectangle. It's more like a cardboard than a generic packet. And it was nice, yeah, 97%. I mean, I prefer the red bounty to the blue bounty, you know, the darker chocolate version of that, you know. So yeah, you know, you can lavish your 97% Coke on me all night long.
Yeah.
It's like ACDC.
That was a direct reference. I would say it was a bit of an unfair question because I suppose it depends on who's making it as well. Like Green and Black, they're like known for their darker chocolates, their more natural chocolates and things. So naturally they'll be better at it, I'd imagine. And as we all know, Americans, they can't make chocolate because everything that they make is rubbish. They use like artificial milk, artificial sweeteners, and you can tell because when you eat Hershey's Kiss, it tastes like actual sick.
You'll have to tell me. I shall look out for that and disregard it when I see it.
There is actually a scientific reason why it tastes like sick, by the way, and I'd advise you to go and watch a video on it because it is very entertaining. But yeah, it's one of the more commonly asked questions on Google. Why does Hershey's taste like sick? And there's a video about it. So yeah, it's a bit of an unfair question because I've gone probably as high as about 80%. You've gone. You had a bit of a dark chocolate thing, didn't you? And we found ones with like orange in there, like a dark chocolate orange, and it was phenomenal. But yeah, then on the flip side, at work, which is what kind of posed this question, I was giving a piece of, I don't know what it was, and I tried it, and it felt like it was just sticking to my mouth, and it was sticking to my throat, and pretty much just, it was just not a good experience overall. And yeah, so I suppose it comes down to who's making it, but yeah, a little insight into dark chocolate there. The connection is, last time we didn't get around to sampling it from this fridge here. Last time we were at the Cats. So today we will be sampling the double chocolate stout, but more of that later on. Okay, the duck doing good things. While we finish this up, we have another question. Again, sometimes these questions they just write themselves. I was in the taxi coming up here, and I just thought to myself, what is your favourite mode of transport?
Oh, you've got to love a train. You know what I mean? Oh, you know, like when I was 8, getting on a train was something of a treat and a rarity, which is what it feels like nowadays, to be fair. So yeah, I would always love a train. I would still to this day I get very excited when I'm on a train. Aeroplane. Oh, whatever. I love an aeroplane.
Automobile?
No, because no, cars are like every day, so you know what I mean? Well, not anymore because I don't drive, I'm all tall. So getting a car nowadays is something of a novelty. But yeah, like, you know, somewhat people get very excited about road trip, yeah, road trip, no fun, you've got a week longer. So no, I like form of transport with toilets and like trains and airplanes. And I'm now 49, and I keep getting adverts on my generic DAB radio about saga cruises, and they say at the end of the advert for over 50s only, and I now realise that that's only 51 weeks away. with all where to go on these cruises. And I do like a boat. I've not been on one since I was about 9, 10, I think. I mean a proper boat, ferry. But yeah, get me on a boat. Good boats have bars and toilets and places to sleep.
Yeah.
So a car has none of those, unless you want to sleep in the back seat, which I've been known to do.
Yeah, neck cramp though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lots of neck cramp. I mean, I can't say anything because as soon as I get into a car, I just pass out immediately. I like to call it fast travelling. Like, I get in the car and then I'm at the destination because I've just slept.
That's a very fast car there, Tracy.
Great reference there.
Thank you.
Flying, if I prefer a long flight over a short flight because you get so many more little treats with a long haul flight. You get those little pretzels that are phenomenal. You get your nice little glass of cocktail for free, which is always good. And sometimes, you know, an in-flight film. So yeah, all good. You think? You good trip? Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
One of our first star guest.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, so you sometimes get a nice film. When I went to Vegas, I think I spent the entire flight drinking cocktails and watching movies that had just come out on the cinema.
Yeah, when I went to Thailand, I watched Action People, something like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we got some sort of little prawn, king prawn at the start. And my mate left his and I was very angry with it.
Yeah, but as you say, like I think there's a thing of like childhood memories, and I used to believe that the train was like meant for journeys that you didn't want to get there quickly, because my only experience growing up with trains was going to Pwllheli in Wales, which is a very, very long journey. I think it clocks in, well, I mean, it used to, I don't know how long it does now, but I'm sure it clocked in around the 5.5 to 6 hours, because you have to go all along the Welsh coast, and yeah, it's one of those where you have to be in specific carriages, because they detach and then attach and carry on up the coast.
All like those.
But yeah, I remember nothing but phenomenal memories of going to Pwllheli with my family. Every year we used to go to a caravan, and yeah, so up until probably a few years ago, because I've used train obviously. I like the train because of the social aspect. If you can get a table and there's a group you go into like a gig or something, getting a table and loading it up with beers and having road beers, phenomenal. You don't quite get that in a plane. It's very, very much a solo journey on a plane, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to go with train, I think.
Train is good, good old train.
Yes.
So please, stop striking. We support you, but sort of idea.
Right, let's move on to Forever Young's double chocolate stout.
There we go. Young's double chocolate stout.
It is, as quoted, deliciously rich.
Oh.
This is an episode of guest appearances.
That's right, you only do this.
Absolutely. Right. The bottles, what's the crack with the bottle is usually a subpar experience, but let's see. Oh, helps if you open it. Oh, no.
Oh,
that was
that one.
that was a sharp one, yeah. Right, we have London Will Always Be yours. Double chocolate stout. For chocolate lovers everywhere.
Is it 97% chocolate restaurant?
It's funny you asked that, Eva. It says on the back, brewed using rich, dark chocolate. Pure luxury.
So it's
in
good
it
for you
was.
then. And I've always said beer is good for you, so we are all over it.
5.2%. Let's give it a go. I'm expecting great things from this, however, I do have to say, I have been burnt recently by a stout. You may recall that we went on a trip to a couple of breweries over the last few weeks, and we tried one that was entitled Rice Pudding Stout, and it was fire. So I'm hoping this delivers on what it says it's going to be. Trying to press on this. Right, as we get into this, let's get into the next question as well. Shall we do the initial taste test?
Yeah, good.
Cheers. It's more very chocolatey. Wow.
Now, as you know, as I think I said before, I don't do stouts. I avoid black at all. Yeah. This is, oh, yeah.
Yeah, does it for me.
Yeah,
The chocolate's coming through all right, and it's doing what it's saying on the tin.
And it doesn't take rice pudding like the static roots go to.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah. When you have something called rice pudding, you kind of imagine something quite sweet, quite creamy.
Rice pudding do.
It was none of those things. It tasted like thick red wine, and it was disgraceful. And I had the unfortunate pleasure of paying for such an item. So there you go. Right, next question. Talking of money, if money was not an option, would there be any part of you that you would change?
Important to me.
Yes.
Yes. There's obviously one part I can think of. That could do some work.
Yeah, me too. Penis reduction,
Oh yeah, I'd like my head reduced. I wouldn't mind a smaller head. I'd like a smaller head. Well, one head. And I'm really talking myself to the hole there. And the bottom end. And that I quite like. Right, this is going to sound really niche. But I quite like. This is going to sound dark, considering I'm completely bald. But the strip of my head, with like Mac 3s, just don't touch. And I was at that party this club, like say a couple of weeks ago, and thinking there was going to be some pushes there. Well, I proper went to town with shaving my head, and I was there half an hour, and even then, I've still got this little strip around the side of my head that my Mac 3 just didn't touch, and I knew it was there, and I kept playing with it, and then Mac 3'd it for 10 minutes, then playing with it again, and so I'd quite like a easily shaveable back of head, if that makes any sense, you know what I mean? Or a non-growing, if the top of my head's not going to grow, can the back of my head also not grow? You know what I mean? I'm not asking for much, you know what I mean? Let's have some consistency with my head. Yeah.
Well, I mean, first world problems and all that.
Oh, yeah. you know. But no, you know, generally I've got all that, you know. I quite like eyebrows that didn't look like Hitler moustaches, you know what I mean? I've got like nicer eyebrows. Nice too, better looking face. But other than that, yeah, I'm quite happy with myself. Yeah. I've got a cracking arse, don't need my arse improving. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, well, along the same thing, really. We get the cards we dealt, and we just work with it. Yeah.
Well, I've had a couple of cards lately about more veiny arms. Yeah, so I don't know why. Can I have less veiny arms, please? You know, my arms are like Didi Barlow's neck, and it's not a good look.
Well, at least you know you're primed for taking blood if ever it needs taking.
Oh, yeah, I had just recently, and even she didn't comment about my gloriously well visible veins.
I would say, if I was going to change anything, I would definitely change probably my teeth. Both myself and my sister, we were born with, if not no enamel, we were born with weak enamel.
Oh, okay.
So I had to have braces because I actually had two fangs that produced outside my gums. Looked cool as shit, and I wanted to keep them.
It was good for being left in true blood.
Yeah. But of course, my mother said to me, "You need to get them fixed now before they are going to cost you hundreds and hundreds to get fixed, because braces after you've left school are apparently ridiculous." So I had braces for about 3 years of my life in school, and because of this weak enamel, it actually tore the enamel right off the teeth that the braces were connected to, which makes hot and cold foods excruciatingly painful to eat. And
What's the problem? Because all food tends to be hot or cold, doesn't it?
yeah,
Very Katy Perry comes to food that's hot and it's cold.
there's a fraction of the space in temperature where everything's cool. But yeah, ice cream. But the weird thing is, there's kind of a sadist part in me where I still eat them. Like an ice cream, you can either just lick it, or you can kind of eat it. And there's a little bit of the sadist in me, that the masochist that loves a good chomp on an ice cream, and you go, fucking hell, that wasn't good, and then you go, but I'll do it again.
But when you talk about braces, and I've got the Simpsons in my head. Dental plan. Listen with braces. Dental plan. So if you're at work, do not give up your dental plan.
Yes. But no, that's about it. Like I said, probably knock a couple of inches off the penis. I mean, sometimes it's a bit of a chore, isn't it? Carrying it around. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with me.
By that I mean I don't want to carry Sean's penis, so you know what I mean? Just kind of just clarify that. No, we're good mates, but I'll give him a hug, but Eva, can you get to Tamworth? I need my penis full. Okay. I'll be on the next train.
Yeah.
And on that note,
I've got a.
Rob now to get more beer and told you to the penis.
Speaking of that, we need to. We're getting a bit shoddy with this pre-planning, because once again, for the second episode in a row, I haven't written down what we're going to be drinking. One thing I do know is I know what shot we're having later, because this shot list at the Cats has been playing on my mind ever since I saw it. Some phenomenal shot options here.
Well, can I just point out to this drink that Sean pre-planning normally involve writing the questions in advance, studying the beers and writing down them in advance, whereas my pre-planning tends to be go to McDonald's and get to the club. So fair play to Sean, he does put more work into this than I do. I struggle to get here sometimes like I did today. So yeah, no, it's like that, Sean. It's working so far.
We make it work.
Right.
Ad lib. Right. So this chocolate stout was pretty damn good.
Mine was done in Elvis and less of Elvis, so
Yeah.
I clearly like stout more than I thought I did.
I shall follow suit and sink this, and we shall get on to not only our next beverage, but our next question, which is probably my favourite of the episode. So I'm very much looking forward to dropping this.
I'm intrigued already. Bring it on.
Pause. Damn, they are Moorish. Hello, we are back, and we have nuts. Amazing Thai chili nuts. Apologies for the crunch. Right. So, what have we opted for, you might be asking? What is this chalice in front of you, you might be asking? We've opted to pit Copperberg against Copperberg. So, today we shall be pitting the strawberry and lime Copperberg cider against the strawberry and lime Copperberg gin. We were waiting for the lemonade to be poured, and she said, "Say when," and as she was pouring it, she would stop and look at us to say either yes or no. So, out of pure fear, we opted for this much. So,
Yeah, it was quite an odd moment, wasn't it, to be fair? Like, yeah. I mean, I'm not used to ordering stuff like this, so I didn't know what was going on. Sean was scared as well, but he played it quite cool. Yeah, it's quite an odd moment, to be fair. And I just say, this is my first time trying KP chili nuts and that. Really good. Well,
Yeah.
it's fun. And it does mean you'll get another minute of time from this or something.
so should we hit the gin first? The gin comes with lemonade and with some ice cubes, because for the second week on a trot at the Cats, we've had phenomenal weather, and yeah, so the summer drinks are starting to come out. I think we'll finish up the last few episodes. You'll start to see a lot more summery drinks come out, I think, because when the hot weather comes, so does the posh glasses. So yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
Copperberg gin. Very cold, but very delicious.
Sorry, I'm still feeling my mouth of KP Thai chili nuts, so say that is. I shall be back in the room in a second. Amuse yourselves while I.
Well, we will follow it up with what I.
Oh, yeah. That's me back in the room, by the way. Oh, yeah.
With my favourite question of the episode, which is, what is your favourite unusual pet? So, non-standard pet. We're not talking about your hamsters, your dogs, and your cats. We're talking about the obscure things that you find people with, such as hunter slugs, hunter snails. I mean, not slugs. That is now a big thing. People are having giant snails on there as pets.
Okay.
They are.
And could you explain to me in 1,000 words or less why would you do this?
I don't know.
Did I give them names? Like,
Yeah,
no, they did.
yeah.
Okay.
Ironic names such as.
I won't know along with my set. Okay, well, I'm not aware of the slug as a pet kind of thing, so I'm going to have to discount that one. I don't get the whole having snakes as pet, but having watched Road Trip and the release of Fury scene, I can see the comedic value that snakes can provide.
Great film, by the way.
Great film, absolutely. What is it with me? I go my whole life without making film reference, and then you get me on this pod and along the white bushes. Friend of mine, Chris, he had rats as pets. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, in cages. I mean, not running around in the pantry.
Yeah, they're quite.
They're
They're becoming a lot more commonplace now, and they're rats.
Yeah, more than a feet away, more than a Mike Tyson had like a Siberian tiger.
It is, yeah.
you know, you ain't gonna beat that, are you?
No.
To be fair. Michael Jackson with his chimpanzees. Yeah. I'm struggling other than those, really.
I've seen two. I've seen two that I think are amazing, and I would definitely have one. So, in this strange old time of the internet now, people are becoming famous for all kinds of things, and
To be famous for not being famous.
yeah. And two of the channels I've seen are famous because of their pets, and one of them is an otter. Now, I absolutely love otters anyway. They're probably one of my favourite animals. So when you see them in a pet format, I find it very strange. But also, we've recently seen a guy with a pet raccoon.
Raccoon, okay.
And I can imagine raccoons being absolutely adorable too. So I would have to say, out of the two, I do not have a favourite, because they're both equally as awesome.
Oh,
Raccoons have got like weirdly like human hands on them. Have you seen them?
I don't think I've looked at a raccoon close enough to witness this. Do I need to Google image raccoons on other phone?
Well, this guy that is famous for his raccoon, he pits certain crisps against each other using the raccoon. So he opens a bag, he puts a few on a plate, but he also lets the raccoon discover these from the packet as well. And it's so strange to see a tiny human hand, which is what raccoons have, little tiny human hands, reaching into a crisp packet and just picking out a crisp like we would, but just in miniature.
I have the idea for fingers,
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get this in my life. I will Google raccoon hands when I get home. The internet nowadays is all about King Charles's hands. So it'd be nice to see another form of hand on the internet when I get home.
Yes.
Talk about unusual pets. Our mutual friend John White, whose engagement party was afterwards in this field, he had ducks as pets, didn't he?
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I loved ducks. I always wanted a duck myself. And as we are now sporting our duck attire, I think you've timed that question quite nicely. Oh yeah, ducks are nice. Big fan.
Yeah. I agree. I think pets in general. I don't have any. I have had some. I've had some lovely pets. I've had a hamster called Dexter Hollow. A female cat called Steve, and
What's Steve happy with that? Loving his dog?
Yeah, yeah. We've had a massive ball of fur cat called Bugzilla, and our one and only pet dog, Barney, who was an absolute legend. So yeah, I do love a pet. I'm massively allergic to them though. Pretty much every animal on earth, I'd imagine. It's weird because I'm not allergic to a lot of things. Like I don't have any sort of food allergies or whatever. But the two things that kick my arse are grass and animals. So go figure. But even though I am allergic, I have I've had quite a few animals, and yes, they've made me suffer every single day of my life. But sometimes I think it's worth it, you know. We can't, unfortunately, we can't have any pets at the moment because we are renting, and a hell of a lot of places where you rent, they won't allow them. And also, we've lived in blocks of flats and studio apartments, and again, there ain't no chance of getting an animal in a block of flats or a studio. So yeah, I love them. I would have an otter and a raccoon tomorrow if I could.
Better. Everybody.
Right. I haven't touched this gin at all. I'm going to have a little sip.
When you have a little sip, I'm just going to comment on the fact that I just noticed, looking at the camera, is that you're very much in the light side of the room, and I'm very much in the dark side of the room, which I think is quite fitting.
I think it's me sitting forward.
Yeah, you've just got brightness behind you, and I've got darkness behind me.
Yeah.
It seems so fitting. I'm in the darkness.
Who knows? Maybe for the final episodes we may shock everyone and swap sides.
No. ITV wouldn't like that. You know, ITV is like their presenters to have continuity. Continuity.
Yeah. We can talk about every dark and destructive topic on earth, but the second we change seats, that's when hell opens. So.
No, look at the screen, I'll keep going away. All you can see is my head and my one arm. If I feel like Holly from Red Dwarf, you can just see my head. But without the IQ 3000. So, we like the gin. I think we agree, don't we?
Yeah, gin's good, yeah. It's got a very, it's like, I tell you what it tastes like, jelly babies. I'm getting jelly babies from it. Yeah, me too. Okay. I can't read this word. Oh yeah, this is a good question. Yeah, I like this one. Oh, daylight robbery.
That was like the thing from the Adams family, that was.
I'm going to take this moment to have a Thai chili nut. Thank you.
Thank you, Ding.
And what were your thoughts and opinions? Yeah, we got the nod. But it's very unprofessional, isn't it? Eating on camera.
That's not been my job, that's been my job for the last 5 minutes, so feel free to share the workload.
Right, so because the Copperberg cider is going to go in a second because
It's not going
it just, yeah, it's so easy to drink. I'm going to start this next question while we still got the gin. And the question is, what day-to-day task would you love to have automatically happen?
Oh, is it, putting away things that are dry, like you washing up your socks that have been hanging out on the dryer. I'm just shit. at putting stuff away. I love the washing up. I love washing up. I love getting the music on. You know, putting it on the dryer. And then it just sits there. I can't be asked to put it back in the cupboards because more than likely I'm going to be using it within a day or so anyway. And then, you know, you get your washing up. So you know, laundry upstairs, put it all out and all that, and I just can't be asked to put it away. I've got a mound of clothes in the spare bedroom. The spare bedroom's still available to rent people when I need the money. But yeah, all these clothes are washed. I can't be asked to put them in the wardrobe or pairs of socks and put them in the drawers. Can't be asked. Ain't nobody got time for that. So those are the jobs that I'd kind of go with.
And yet, interestingly, you put a pint of anything in front of you, and you'll put that away piece of piece.
Oh, God, yeah. That don't get from the spare bedroom, I tell you.
Yeah, I do. I feel that one. Yeah. I mean, another thing for myself is just like, not the normal bin. There's a normal bin. I kind of know that it needs to go out, and that's fine. But the recycling bin. There's some weeks I just think, you know what? Even though it's the same process as a normal bin, I just think,
Yeah.
why?
My indoor recycling bin is a Tesco bag for life. And it don't go out until the night before, and it will eventually start spinning out over the top, and sometimes it's on the floor underneath. But the recycling will not go outside until the night before it's collected.
Yeah.
And then it's just
Ours is a Wilco's bag for life, and after many years of use, it's looking a bit grim. I think it's time for a renewal.
okay. If you take it back to Wilco's, they can replace it for free, but that's policy.
Oh, will they? Well,
If not, replace it.
they'll look at it and just go, what the hell have you been doing with this bag?
This should not contain product sports from us. Unless you've had one hell of an accident on the way.
So, thinking about this question,
A bag is for life, not just for Christmas.
it was more of a problem when I had longer hair. But I really cannot stand wet hair touching me.
Okay.
It's an odd thing, but when I had long hair, it was basically nearly down to my arms. The likelihood of wet hair touching me was quite high.
Okay. Yeah.
So I kind of mastered the art of the towel turban to stop that from happening. So I would have to say the one thing that I would love to automatically happen is just for my hair to just naturally clean itself.
Either that underneath the water and products out of the generic plastic bottle.
And I know you can have like dry shampoo, but the reality is, eventually you're going to need to give it a go. And when it's shorter, it's not too bad. But I'm kind of in that sort of like scraggy vibe now, where it's beginning to become a problem again. So yeah, that would definitely be one of them. But I am also going to ride that train that you put out there, which is the putting stuff away, especially the clothes. Because like you say, with the plates and stuff, you kind of just get into a terrible routine of just having them straight off the drying rack.
Oh God, who needs cupboard when you've got a drawing rack?
But my biggest problem is, say I've been to a band practice, or I've been out with amazing people on social events, and I get home and my immediate action is to just strip off. So I get into the house and the clothes are gone, I'm usually inebriated, and the one thing I want to do is either eat or sleep, depending on the time. Sometimes both.
But both is good.
But again, that becomes an issue because eventually you're gonna have to resolve the fact that you now have yesterday's clothing dotted all around the living room because you've literally just started taking it off while walking upstairs to the bedroom. You don't care because in your head that's tomorrow's problem. But tomorrow, Sean, he doesn't want to deal with that either. So yeah, I feel like now a bit of wet hair touching me has got nothing on the fact of clothing. It just needs to sort itself out, or be abolished entirely, and we can have a nude Earth. Not so fun in the winter season.
Yep, look.
Good. Should we just pour it straight into the glasses we've already got?
Yeah, yeah.
Keep it.
Keep it on brand.
Keep it.
Keep it top of it. As I say, KP chilies are very good.
They're bloody lovely. And it's only £1 a bag. A bargain. Right, Cadbury cider, strawberry and lime, a phenomenal flavour, and I've got good vibes about this already. Like I said, sun's out, cider's out. I love me a good cider anyway, but there's something about the summer. You get drawn to them, don't you? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's tried and tested.
That's good, isn't it?
Okay. This is a wild card, which I am aware. The wild card seemed to have done a runner on a couple of episodes, and so I made sure that the wild card was a returning feature on this episode. And I've just been thinking about the oddest things. I'm currently in the middle of writing a screenplay, and I've noticed that my brain goes to some very unusual places. And today, whilst thinking about bringing the wild card back, a question just popped in there, popped into me once, and it said, what would you rather be for a day? A turtle or a hare?
Well, the turtle won the race, didn't it? So
You did?
that appeals to me. But the hare gets through Cadbury's camera at the end of the day, which is awkward.
Yeah.
So they're both doing different things as well.
Speaking of this, did they not think it was weird when they sexualised a rabbit for the Cadburys? Like, she was always very overly seductive, wasn't she?
I know there's people that fancied it. I know people that fancied the Cadbury's caramel rabbit. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, she's tall, sexy, and she's a bit foxy for a rabbit. You know, foxy and rabbits normally don't mix together, but you know, normally calm when they do. Yeah, she was like seen as like a really sexy. I mean, you know, back in the 80s, you know, sexy things weren't as readily available on your generic screens as they are nowadays, you know. But whoever came up with that advert with a G, then they must have sold millions of Cadbury's caramels,
Yeah.
and, you know, take it easy with Cadbury's caramel. Oh, well, take it easy.
And I went to the Cadbury what's it called, the Cadbury factory.
Cadbury World.
Yeah. And
I
in the foyer, which is a brilliant word, love a good foyer. There she is, and even Cadbury World were tuned into this sort of weird furry fetish that people didn't know they had. Because in Cadbury World, she's kind of laid back seductively on a tree stump, where instead of sap, the tree's producing caramel.
Right, isn't it?
So yeah, even modern day Cadbury World, which can I just say is really shit now. Like, I went to Cadbury World when I was younger. Do you remember the Fuse?
Oh yeah.
So the Fuse had just come out, and so had Astros. And so they gave us they give you samples, and they gave you double deckers, Fuses, all of their key chocolates. And you had a little basket, and it was phenomenal. And you would probably walk away with, I mean, granted the ticket prices were stupid, but you still walked away with at least £5 or £6 worth of chocolate. So much to my disgust, when I went back, I mean, I wasn't expecting the Fuse. The Fuse is long gone. It doesn't exist anymore. It's a real shame. I enjoy the Fuse. And the same with Marble. I love the Marble. But anyway, the Marble's back, but it's only back in long bars. But I'm going off on a tangent here. So,
We like a tangent.
I go around Cadbury World, and it was, first of all, off season, which I didn't know chocolate had a season, but apparently it was, because I've paid money to go around Cadbury World and all of the factory is shut down. So I'm effectively walking through a warehouse.
Which you've done before, haven't you?
Yes. I was there thinking the basket would probably save till the end, because I had no basket. And I get to the end, and they give us what we mentioned earlier about the Sahara nuts. They gave us one of those little cardboard fucking cups, put in a couple of Cadbury buttons, and then said, do you want white melted chocolate or milk melted chocolate? And they put some melted chocolate on these buttons and gave us this little fucking ice cream spoon and went, enjoy. And I was like, what the hell is this? Shocking behaviour, Cadbury. I know you've been taken over by the Yanks, and as we've already discussed many times, they don't know how to make chocolate. But you owe us a service, yeah? We're paying customers. Give us the chocolate bars or give us nothing. I shouldn't say that because they probably would just give you nothing. So yeah, I don't know whether that was just because it was all closed down or they're on strike or what, but it was not the experience I had had as a child. So.
Okay. But going back to the Cadbury's caramel bullet leaning against the tree stump with caramel coming out of it, I can imagine some people would want the tree stump in their garden. Others would want the caramel bunny in their garden. Some both. It's allowed. Yeah. Caramel tree stump. Yeah. It might go on the jungle at the moment, but I don't think there's a Cadbury's caramel tree stump in there next to it.
I've forgotten what the question was.
Where was I don't know, I answered it first, didn't I? I forgot one.
Oh yeah, that's what it is, yeah. What would you like to be, a turtle or a hare?
Oh, I forgot one.
Wow.
That's a tangent.
We've opened that one to the max, haven't we?
No, do we need to have the same length of discussion about the turtles? Or,
I've got a Michael turtle. He's got a small head and a long neck.
Okay. Fuck. Ricky, I remember that engagement party in Litchfield, we was talking about when a woman at work had a tortoise delivered by a carrier to our workplace. As you do.
My nan had a tortoise. She had it for pretty much her entire life, I think. Because tortoises are nefarious but never dying. But this thing was cool as fuck, man. Naturally, it was called Speedy because, well, that's just what you name a turtle or a tortoise, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realise that they spend most of their life just sleeping. That's probably why they live as long as they do. But yeah, they spend a good half of the year just hibernating in a box full of shredded newspaper. Don't know whether that's the official way to look after a tortoise, but that's what my nan would do.
There's one that pays up to be paid sleep. The tortoise want to get in bed with some noughts in space. Okay, I'm not Christian, I can see.
We've ticked the box. Since starting this podcast, I've just wanted to get the word Norks on camera, and we've done it.
You've done it, yeah.
Yes!
Everyone's happy.
Norks and rivets, they were the two words I wanted to get.
Everyone's happy.
Right, yeah, all good.
Well, what is it?
We didn't answer the question. Who cares? At the end of the day, Cadbury's have got a sexy rabbit.
We danced around the question.
Yeah.
Sometimes people want dancing.
Yeah.
You want
Rabbit in the hair.
Or you're dancing.
Rabbit in the tortoise in the hair, not the rabbit in the hair. Tortoise in the hair was a good little story time read, wasn't it? So that's all we did. We just opened the book. And
Bit of a segue, yeah.
We're going to have one more chili nut, and then we're going to move on to the shot of the long and shot of it. And today's, I'm very excited. Since seeing the list of, well, it's not really a list, I just looked on the back wall. But when I saw this, I've been waiting to try it. Today's shot is going to be cherry drop with vodka. I can't wait. I love cherry drops. Don't know if they still make them. Do they make them?
That's all right, and I like vodka. So
Excellent.
just combine the two.
Right, we'll see you in a tick.
See you.
Hello, and we're back.
Sorry, I'm still getting dressed here, sorry about this. I have to put my top back on, so you missed that bit.
So I had to have some extra flair into that one, and I just felt the need.
Not no big flavour, no. Woo!
No. While it takes a sip of his cider, I would like to throw out there that I once made a short horror film. It was about 1 minute, and it was me in a woodland area where I was being chased by Ric Flair, and and it was called the Flair Witch Project.
Oh, right. Can I just ask why was I not following to do this? Woo!
I'm sorry.
Or did the guy chase you? I've got no time.
It was an impromptu recording exercise, which I have been known to do. Because when I am on a walkabout from work or to work or whatever, I think just to get over the dullness of the job, I like to stretch the creative juices.
Oh, when those creative juices flow, we can take advantage.
Absolutely. Right, we are back. We have the shot of the London shot of it. Looks a bit off colour on this camera, but we can assure you this is deep red. And this is cherry drop with vodka. So, with this, sorry Emma, with this shot comes a very short question, which is, on the cherry drop basis, did you ever have a favourite school time sweet?
Oh god, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. I had the coconut mushrooms, which were amazing. Or you also had these like pink shrimp.
Yeah.
I actually think they're called pink shrimps.
Yeah, yeah, like the foamy texture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then also you bone mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh god, yes.
And you had the bananas as well, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, you don't see any of them anymore, nothing, but you still see cola bottles, which I loved. Short-lived lemon polos, they were not around very long. They were
The
amazing.
citrus polos
Oh,
were fucking awesome. Spearmint polos are good too.
Other favourite sweets would have been little gems. And well, getting back on the citrus thing, lemon bonbons. Oh, yes. And we saw alienate a large amount of reviews on the items. Which you can still get. People don't believe you can still get, but you can still get.
Which may make an appearance because now that we've introduced the summertime menu and gins are accepted as part of the long and shot of the tongue here, I have seen downstairs the Palmer Violet gin.
Oh, I've never had that.
And
But
that
to
is quite nice.
But to do, they've got a, well, some places you have to crush up apple palm oil
Yeah.
and dip the glass in it. So,
Yeah.
is that a service offered here?
I do not know. We can ask
We
them.
need to create this. We can bring our own palm oil if need be for
Yes.
services. Obviously, we'll need a reduction in the cost of the drink because we're providing ingredients ourselves.
Yes. And also some form of sugar syrup, because as we found out from our PA's boss, trying to rim a glass with just water does not work.
You don't want to bring anything with the water. Must be tasty with it.
I'd like to take you on a small journey. I know that this episode's run quite a while now.
Have you had time for this?
We have broken the hour mark.
God, not the Cadbury's come on bunny,
It was, yeah, a dirty seductress
yeah.
with her
Caramel
caramel tree
stump.
stumps.
Get that tree stump out from us.
But I would like to just throw a quick story out there. When I was a kid, we had my mum worked nights, and so we would go to a community centre, and we'd go and they had like an N64, which is something I didn't have, and they had like games there. They had a tuck shop there. I love this place. I got to play stuff that we didn't have at home, which is a novelty when you're a young kid. But the best thing was the tuck shop, because you had some of that change that you would, kind of beg to borrow and stole to get some change to take to the tuck shop to get some mojos.
Oh my god.
And mojos, for the people that don't know, were I believe, one of the last sweets that broke the penny market. I think anything today, nothing is under a penny, is it? Mojos used to be half a penny each. So that was the way of capitalising on your sweet to penny ratio. So you could spend 20 pence and get 40 Mojos. And I did. And the flavours were amazing. To explain what a mojo was, fruit salads and blackjacks and things like that. They were like chewy sweets. But you could get them. I didn't find a flavour that Mojos didn't do. They had peppermint, they had cola, they had banana, they had so many flavours. So yeah, my childhood sweet was the Mojo. Oh, absolutely loved them. Mojo and playing Killer Instinct on the N64.
Well, I've just had a flashback now obviously we've got cherries up here. I've just had a flashback to something called cherry lips.
Cherry Lips?
So around like these little things like that, but if you had you order a quarter, as is in those days, and you get this big bags full of it, but they're only tiny, but not many places do them, and a quarter of cherries now with a big bag of sweets that lasts you a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's one thing actually where, again, tiny, but we don't really get it for everything. Any time you can get a sweet shop with a big old tubs and you can get it on the measure, you're going to have a great time. There's a place in Bridge North that does them. It's called the Ye Old Sweet Shop, I believe, something like that. You can get them dotted around the country, but they're few and far between them. But anywhere where you can get like these tubs, they usually have the same things. You got your rhubarb and custards and your tots, I think they were called, those tiny little hard candies. But your peanut brittle, that was a go-to for myself. I love peanut brittle. But yeah, cherry lips as well. If you can get them out of the tub, fantastic. Pear drops as well.
Pear drops, yeah.
My nan actually got us a tub of these pear drops. I don't know where she got it from. It was a proper tub that you'd get in those sweet shops, and it took us forever to eat them. And we actually we were sick of pear drops, and we didn't eat them for a very long time after this tub, because when you have it in mass, you soon find out what your tolerance is for one thing.
The obviously wears off when
It does.
they're readily available. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's a pear drop, that's it. But there's a shop in town in Warsaw that does like all the old sweets in jars. Yeah, on the market. And I'm still walking now, I'm still asking things by a quarter. And they're sold in 100 grams now.
Oh yeah.
But no, it'll always be a quarter to me.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid, if you'd done a good week on your false advertising deliveries and you got like a quid more, and you could walk in the shop and you could roll down a quarter, half a pound, please, half a pound, then bonbons, please. You could find like a king walking out.
Yeah.
Wow, I'll just order half a pound rather than a quarter.
Yeah. In those pink and white striped bags.
Sorry, come on. Thinking ahead there, in the shop.
So to the sweets of past, present, and whatever they're going to call in the future, probably going to be crap. But cherry drop, we love you. Let's see if your vodka's any good.
And to open the fruits, you'll always be open fruits.
Absolutely.
That was quite medicine.
Yeah. That.
I feel like I'm not going to cough forever, even though I just cough straight after drinking.
I like that. It leaves a very cherry aftertaste sticking to your mouth.
It's hit the back of my throat and it's still there.
But for a vodka, that's a lot harsher than a normal vodka. I've had a shot of pure vodka, but this has got a burn of almost like a whiskey, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's not smooth.
But very nice. I could probably do another one of them.
I can still taste it.
I reckon I could probably do one of them with a lemonade, and it would be phenomenal. Well, this was a walk down memory lane, wasn't it? This
Yeah. Cadbury's caramel and cherry lips and all good.
Thanks again for watching.
Thank you very much.
I've had a wicked time.
Yeah, thank you again, Sean, for letting me be part of this.
And I think we've got another phenomenal day to enjoy now. So, if you're outside, get your sun cream on, because it's deceivingly hot. The deception is out there, and yeah, nobody wants that so early into the year. So get your cream on, and don't wear black like an idiot. Oh wait.
Oh god.
I think 90% of my wardrobe is black, so that's an unfortunate thing. But yeah, have a great day. Thanks for watching again, and have fun.
Take care of yourself and each other to quote our late friend Jerry Springer.
Before you press that, we'd like to remove our headphones so we don't die. Thank you very much.
Thank you.